Peace, world, and welcome everybody to a special conversation for the Sportster. My name is Adam Bernard. Thank you again so much for joining me again today. My guest is the brand new WWE Evolve Women's Champion, Kendal Grey. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's just dive right into it right now. Congratulations on the big win. Tell me about the win. Tell me about the match. And more importantly, how are you feeling as the new Evolve Women's Champion?
I feel great. It's an amazing feeling. Going into that match, I was nervous. I had those butterflies, but I had to believe in my training. I had to believe in everything that I've been doing since I got here. And one thing that I think about is birds don't think about flying, they just fly. So when I went for the match, I just had to fly. I just had to do what I do best, and that's kind of was my mindset going into it.
I mean, you two crushed it. It was an absolutely phenomenal match. One of the things I noticed during the match was super high energy, and the crowd was really behind you, really into it. What is that energy like for you as a performer in the ring?
It's great. It feels great. I'm not used to that because I've only been here for 2 years. I never knew what it felt like to be in the WWE ring in front of a crowd or in front of an audience. But once you're in there and you experience that, you don't want it ever to stop. It feels great. It's so cool. It's literally a feeling that I could not describe. But when they're into it, the crowd's into it, it makes you feel like even more motivated to I don't know. It's so cool.
Now, I know that you joined WWE through the NIL process. What was that process like for you? And can you kind of give viewers and readers an idea of what that was like coming into the company through NIL?
Yeah, of course. I would say my NIL is a little bit different than other maybe athletes that are a part of the NIL program. For me, I was a women's wrestler in college, and women's wrestling was not very big. It's still a growing sport. So, like NAIA was like kind of like the only division for women's wrestling. There was no NCAA opportunities when I went out of high school to college. So for the NIL program, I think NIL really looks at like top athletes, NCAA mostly. So coming from that, from this NIL program, I kind of got in touch with it with Julius Creed because he was a wrestler in college.
Hmm.
So the wrestling community is very small. And when he kind of reached out to me as a joke, well, not really, but after I won nationals, he was like, "Oh, WWE next," and I was like, sure, totally." But I never knew that was a real opportunity. And he was like, "No, I'm serious. If you're first, like, if you're really interested, I can get you in contact with them." So that's kind of how it happened for me. But I'm very grateful for it because now I'm here and I love it, and it's not something that I could not see myself doing.
Now, if I have my numbers correct, I believe from what I read, you were undefeated in your college wrestling career, 61-0. Is that correct? Is that the right number?
Yes.
Excellent job.
Thank
How
you.
did the success of that streak bleed into your WWE career?
I think like pressure, like being able to perform under pressure. Going in college, being undefeated. I remember every season, every new season is, oh, is she gonna stay undefeated? Is she gonna win another national title? So like obviously there was pressure there. That I put on myself, that people put on me, that I felt, and I feel like coming here, you have to be able to perform under pressure. And I feel like that's something that I like to do, and that's something that I'm comfortable in. And I would say that's like a big thing that I've taken from my experience of college wrestling to here for sure.
Now, outside of Evolve, you were just involved in the NXT Battle Royal for the number one contender spot for the NXT Women's Championship. You came about this close to winning. Incredible performance inside the ring. What was that opportunity like for you to be able to present now on a bigger stage?
It it was so cool. It was awesome. It was a great experience, and I feel like I wanted to test myself against the best woman in the NXT division. And if I want to be the best, I got to beat the best. And I felt like that was a good comparison to see where I'm at, what I need to get better at, and what I need to focus more on, and where I can be or where I can get myself to, kind of thing.
Now, it wasn't lost on me that you eliminated both members of the current TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, the Inspiration. Do you think there's going to be another opportunity for you to challenge for those titles with Carly Bright? Do you think that opportunity is awaiting you both?
I have no idea, but if it comes my way, then I'm definitely down to do it because, why not challenge myself for those championships?
Now, I know with back to Evolve here, I know Wendy Choo seems like she's consistently, creepily, maybe waiting in the wings for the championship now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully,
I
she's
don't
not behind
know.
you. That's always my fear getting started and she pops up. But how
Yeah.
do you feel now as champion, potentially having to go back and settle more business with her and kind of defeating her once again?
You know, I think whatever's supposed to happen will happen. If I have to go back and challenge Wendy, if she wants another shot at me, I'm not going to back down from a challenge. That's one thing about me is whoever wants a shot at this, I'm going to give it to them
Hmm.
because like I said, you got to beat the best to be the best. And right now, I'm on top, but that means more people are going to come my way and try to, take this from me. So I'm willing to defend it to whoever, whenever. I'm ready whenever. So I stay ready.
The internet's been a buzz about you and your potential with inside of WWE, and you've had a lot of positive feedback and a lot of support. What does that mean for you looking forward in your career, in not just with Evolve, but with WWE in general?
Like what they say, like what it
Yeah,
means to me.
yeah.
I definitely see it. I don't let it get to me too much. I don't try to read into it too much. I just know that every time I step into the performance center, I am working hard. I am trying to get better in the ring, out of the ring. Everything that I'm trying to do is just to better my performance in WWE. And I feel like whatever's supposed to happen will happen. I just have to trust in timing, trust in my ability, trust in my work ethic. Like, I love this. I'm very passionate about it. And I hope my future here in WWE is bright. I'm working for that. So I'm hoping that happens. But I see it and I appreciate it. And I love people supporting me. It feels, I'm very grateful for that because social media can definitely be very interesting place. But like I said, I try to, take it for a grain of salt and I just try to do everything that I can do in my control for sure.
What's one thing that you want people to know who may be tuning into WWE Evolve for the first time? What's one thing you want them to know about the product and specifically what the superstars of Evolve do?
Evolve, I think, is a great opportunity for people that, especially athletes that come from an athletic background that don't have much experience in like indies or they don't have much experience at all. So I think Evolve gives us a really, really good baseline and setup kind of for NXT, kind of getting used to all that. And I feel like everybody in Evolve is constantly working hard. They're grinding. They're trying to be the best. They're trying to figure out who they are when they step into that ring. And I feel like when people watch Evolve, they can see us young stars, greener stars trying to really become something. And I feel like every time they watch or tune in to Evolve, they see how hard we're working. Every time we have a match, everybody gets better every match. So I hope they see that and see how hard we're trying to work.
I want you to go after you watch this, obviously, because this is the first thing you should watch. But after this, you should go and check out WWE Evolve right now. New episodes air every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Tubi domestically and then YouTube internationally. Check your local listings in for start times in your area. Kendall Grey, new Women's Evolve champion. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.